Hey everyone, this is Felicia with The Book is Done, here for another book that I read for January. This book right here, I'm a forever fan of this author, Nadija Mujagic. I love her work. Absolutely love her work. And when I saw this one, this book was released last year. She has a new book that's coming out next month, which is the second in the series that's coming up, called The Lottery of Secrets. And a lot of goodness, a lot of goodness. So, with this book, this is called The Master of Demise, again by Nadija Mujagic. And this book here, man, this book was so good. It was everything that I knew it was going to be, which was going to be super good. I guess you can say that this is a domestic thriller. But the main character's name is Mitch, and he is mainly from his, it's all from his point of view, excuse me. And he is one who he teaches, excuse me, at a university. He's a prestigious career as a professor and an academic, and he's married, and he's very successful. And the book starts out with the student taking their life on campus, and they just they try to pin it on the professor, and he's very narcissistic, but at the same point in time, he's just like, that's impossible, there's no way it could be me, like I could really care less, about X, Y, and Z. So the book just goes on slowly. You could see that it's out of control. Triggers, if any, yeah, some triggers would be some a little bit of domestic violence, alcoholism, um, and I want to say that's it. Yeah, domestic abuse. Um, but in all things, like, he is super narcissistic, very, very, just just look up the word narcissism. If he had a picture, he would be next to it. Like, he's super, super, super narcissistic. But he's a professor of this class, and this first student at the top of that class. And the university is small. It's only like a couple thousand students, maybe like 2,000 students. Very, very small. But the murder was pinned on him, and he's just like, I don't know where this is coming from. I really didn't like the kid, let's be clear, but at the same point in time, I'm sorry this happened, but okay, what does this have to do with me? That's him. So, you know, it's like when he gets home, he drinks. And it's just him and his wife. His wife is Emily, and she's like this, I don't want to say she's a yoga instructor, but I believe she is. And so it's just them two. He wants to grow a family, and I want to say he's slightly older than she is. And for her, I want to say she is the oldest of two. Her family, I want to say they live in Vermont, so her parents don't live too far from them. And then Mitch's parents, his dad, I want to say his dad walked out on him. And then his mom was not the best mom. She was not very supportive. She actually could care less about him. And so, of course, that just kind of spills over into generational, if you will. So, he was like, I'm getting older. I want a child. And his wife, it had been in talks for a while, and the wife was just like, I looked into this and just seeing what it does to your body physically. I don't want to have any children. And he's just like, I'm sorry? Like, you knew what it was, like, when we got married, that I wanted to have children. But okay. So, yeah, it's just basically going down the timeline. I want to say this is like over the course of a week. Legit a week, maybe 2 weeks. But it just talks about the timeline. And then when a second student mysteriously dies, then everybody's just like, okay, it's some Shady Boo stuff going on. Professor Mitch has been dismissed by the university indefinitely, and so he was just like, what is happening? You can't pin this on me. You don't have proof. Like, the police take him into custody. And again, he's like, you don't have proof. And so it's just a lot of stuff that goes on in this book. And so you really get into the mind of Mitch and just see exactly how he sees things, how he views things. Definitely introduces you into the world of narcissism at its finest. And so this was another really, really good book by Nadija Mujagic. I'm not going to give it away because, again, this is a short read. This is probably one of the biggest that I've read of the other books. I think I still have like 2 or 3 more to talk about. This is 260 pages, but she is amazing. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. So be sure to check her out. This is Felicia with The Book Is Done, and I'm out.